Today what I'm going to do is share with you the two type trainers that there are in the training business today. The number one type trainer is the person who simply works for today, and we call that person a short-term goal person. The number two person is someone who trains for future security. They build for the future. And when you look at this individual, the difference between the two is, number one, when you plan for short-term success, that's something that what we call is a liability. And a liability only focuses on today, something that only gets you through this day. But tomorrow you have an entire stack of new problems because you didn't do what's required. Now, the second type trainer is a person that actually plans for security in the future. Those people are investors. They have investment mindsets, and they're not looking for a quick turnaround. What they're looking for is substantial growth as the future goes on. Now, when you look at this person, this is what they do. The characteristics of each one of these, and maybe you experience this, and so you can speak from experiences. What a short-term person looks like consistently is they're always coming up with new ideas, but they never execute any of those ideas. And if that sounds like you, this is the main reason why that is, because your head is cluttered. You have a lot of ideas, but you don't have a planning process. So those ideas continue to jumble up your brain, and you're dealing with a consistent dose of anxiety. And the only reason that this is not healthy is because it's not sustainable, and you cannot build on that. If you are going every day into a gym and you're working with people every single day, and every day you have to get back up and start all over again, that's something that's not looked at as a positive. It's frowned upon, because you can't go into a bank and tell them I got all of these great ideas, because you don't have a plan in place, you don't have structure, you have no order, and it's not scalable. Now, when you look at the person who actually has planned, they hire career planners, business advisors, and coaches, so they can use that same plan and process for their future. The growth of their business, the timeline is 5 years to 10-year growth. That's something that when you walk into the bank and you say that as this type of a trainer, that is something that they will back. This is what gets you credit cards. This is what gets you a credit limit. This is where you get loans to expand and grow, because that's a business model. And when you're dealing with these two type trainers, you got to think about what they are thinking in the moment. People who plan, they have a plan of execution. They have people who speak directly to what their desired outcome is. And then they look at the highest version of their vision. And that's the difference in the two type trainers. Now, when we help guys who are business owners in the gym business, and even if it's athletes who are trying to scale their business, what we do is say, hey, here's the deal. The reality is, if you want success for your future and security, this is what we call an asset. An asset gives you timeless success and is scalable over generations. If you want short-term success, let me say that again. If you want short-term success, this program is not for you. The objective is to have long-term success. Build an asset. An asset continues to appreciate over the course of time, just like a diamond, just like wine, just like great real estate with the proper location. It doesn't decrease and depreciate, it increases. When you walk into a bank, this is one of the main reasons you don't really get help from them, because they understand one thing about you. If you're in the training business, you need a proven process. You need something that has a concept that's already been tested. And if you don't know exactly what it looks like, see, this right here is what people will do every day. This is how you'll get paid when you're in your sleep. or at the beach, or taking vacation with your family. This is what your people will do. That is your program and the system. This is how the business will operate. This right here is your business operations. This is what the bank understands, and that is the deliverable. When you have this and this, now you have a future. This is what we call an asset. That is why you need coaching. And now, here's who we work with. People who want an asset, something that can cash flow. One thing that cash flows is when you have a system, a business model. You can make money when you're asleep. But when you're doing short term, you have to work for your dollar, one person at a time. And the only time you get money is when you're working physically with someone. Does that make sense? And which one of these guys sounds more like you when you think about it? Are you the person that plans for the future, security, and turn your business into an asset? Or are you very short-term, spontaneous, constantly reinventing every single day that you wake up? That's a liability. Which one do you lean more towards? That's what we're focusing on, giving you guys the education about how to get to that next level where you're secure. You've gotten financial security. You've planned for the future and you're building wealth. This process is simple to understand. And I know a lot of you have the right mindset. You just have to shift your actual day-to-day process. And if you're a person that operates that way, then we focus on helping those individuals. Those we don't have short-term answers for one day. We plan your whole future so you're secure and you can pass it down as a legacy piece to your grandkids and your great grandkids that will soon be coming one day. That's what it's all about. Planning, career planning, planning your future in a way that is sustainable. So I wanted to educate you guys and let you know what this is all about. And over here at our consultant agency, career planning is Bible, because we know how important it is to walk into a bank with your chest out, knowing that you have a process and a plan in place, getting the access to capital to continue to grow. That's all they understand. Now you're speaking the language of the banks. Now you're speaking the language that investors understand. And if you got people around you and they're talking about their investors, but they haven't put money towards you, that's why you don't have a process or a plan in place. So if that's what you're looking to do, make sure you continue to follow for more. My name is Eric A. Bradley, coach, that is, and we teach the business of boxing. Until next time, be blessed at God's speed. So long.